Hey guys, Shelley here with SEBFishing for your second vlog, Lake Kissimmee pre-fishing. Yesterday was a very windy day. I was unable to get good audio from the vlogging I shot. As far as driving up, it was pretty early in the morning and nothing was really going on. So rather a traditional style vlog. This will basically just be an overdub of me explaining exactly what went on yesterday in a vlogging style. We woke up early yesterday morning, about 4:30 a.m. Drove to my dad's work to grab the boat and meet our friend Mike, who came along with us on this particular journey. We got in the car at about 5:40, packed all the stuff in and started driving to Kissimmee. It's about an hour and 45-minute drive, and we were launching at Max Fish Camp. They have a nice ramp there. There was a 70-boat tournament going on that day in the Kissimmee chain, so the boat ramp was pretty packed. We went ahead, got the boat in, packed Dad and Mike in the boat, and went out into the main lake. Now, as you know, I did really minimum research before we went on the lake. This is actually our first time pretty much ever being on it. My dad has been on it once, very briefly, and we don't have many friends that fish the lake either. So, like I said, I went onto the Fishity app. I went ahead, I checked out the map of the lake, as well as a couple of patterns that people typically use in the lake. With the Fishity app, I was able to get a really good brief history of the lake, as well as collect from different catches from different people what type of baits they like to use and what type of structure they were fishing around. Even with that information, I never really shared it with Dad when we were out there on the water, and we just kind of chose our spots with basically what we knew from previous fishing experiences on Lake Okeechobee, Lake Tarpon, etc. Coming right out about 10 minutes from the ramp, we went ahead and we stopped at a windblown point. From previous experiences, post-spawn, windblown point, possible forage gathering up in that area. A good bet, a lot of the times in Florida lakes, windblown point with a lot of cover is typically a pretty good selection. It was an overcast prefrontal day, so we figured that the fish would be swimming in and out of the pads and pretty active. We didn't think that it would be much of a punching day or flipping day. Figured they'd be all around, kind of within and without the edges of the foliage and cover, possibly feeding, post-spawn, spawning. So we went ahead with that pattern. Went on this windblown point through spinner baits, chatter baits. We flipped in the cover, no luck. So we went ahead and moved on to another shoreline, past the point into a cove-like area. There was a little bit of wind coming down this particular stretch, but all in all, it was pretty secluded. We went ahead and we were throwing it near the pads. I was throwing a spinner bait. Michael was throwing a spinner bait. My dad was throwing a soft plastic fluke style bait, the Mirror Lure Little John XL. I was just throwing my humdinger up in the pads. We came along a nice stretch of hydrilla, and basically the structure that we were fishing, the foliage that we were fishing, were lily pads, kind of pepper grass, as well as a good amount of hydrilla. When I was casting into those pads and the hydrilla, I was lucky enough to get our first Kissimmee bass, about 1.5 pounds or so, on the humdinger spinnerbait with a PTL grub on the back. I was really excited about this particular fish, and we went ahead, threw it back, kept fishing that area. No luck, so we went and moved on further down the stretch, pretty large, a couple miles long I would say. And we ran down towards the eastern part of the lake, back in a little cove, and after a couple of hits in the hydrilla from the previous spot we were at, we figured that we would key in on the areas where the hydrilla was bountiful, where we could run our soft plastics and spinner baits through it. Sure enough, after picking around the lily pads where the hydrilla was, we hooked up with another bass. This one actually a pretty good one, 2.5, 3 pounder Dad got on the soft plastic fluke style bait. And we continued fishing back in the cove in the particular foliage that we were having luck with. I caught another one on the spinner bait. Dad caught more fish with the soft plastic, and we actually hooked up with a really nice size 4-pound bass on the fluke style bait. In the area we were fishing, what we noticed, the area we were in, again with the hydrilla and lily pads, but mainly there was a lot of action going on. There was a little bit of shad jumping, there were pickerel, there was bass hitting and jumping, pretty active location. After a few more fish, we went ahead and continued past the cove to another shoreline, looking for some more hydrilla. And I hooked up with a nice 3.5 pound bass, which ate the humdinger spinnerbait All in all, after a few hours on the lake, we could honestly say that the pattern was pretty much a fish were feeding around the hydrilla lily pads and in dense cover. I was throwing to the edge of the cover and the grassy areas, and that's where the fish were hitting. It seemed like they were attacking from being underneath the pads and on the edges. We were in about 5 foot, 4 foot deep water. We didn't pick around at any spawning locations or any spawning bass. We mostly focused on that nice bite that we were getting from working reaction style baits. Covering a lot of ground because it was a new lake. That spinner bait, chatter bait, soft plastic was what was allowing us to key in on the fish, that fairly active fish, picking around the cover and also figuring out some spots. We waypointed a lot of locations and we're feeling pretty confident about where we might be fishing for our tournament in April. We have one more pre-fishing day, the day before the tournament, and then the tournament that Saturday. It's a very successful day, being first time on the lake. We used what we knew and we paid attention to what was going on, fish jumping, the weather, the locations we were in, the factors of the locations we were in, and we were able to figure out what areas the bass were feeding. The fish catches from this day, I will be posting a video of. I'll be putting together a small video of the fish catch. In the fish catch video, I'll also be including a small segment at the end explaining what baits we were using and how we were using them. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlogs from Kissimmee Lake, and stay tuned for the next pre-fishing vlog as well as the tournament vlog. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to share this video, like, subscribe, and comment. A lot of cool things are coming to this channel, and I'm excited to start fishing these bigger tournaments with the club and fishing new lakes. I've got a lot to learn, and I'm hoping that you guys will stay with me along the way. You guys have a great day and tie lines.